Hi, welcome to the team overview video. In this video, we're going to take you through how to connect with your team and share information with them right here in Hilo. We all know how important duplication is in network marketing, and Hilo is going to make that a whole lot easier for you. I can't wait for you to try it. So let's get started. We're going to start by showing you where to access the team functions. This team marketing category in the header bar here is where you'll find them, and they're divided into two sections. There's some overlap between these two groups, so we combine them in this menu to make them easier to find. On the team side, you have the two ways we allow you to view your team in Hilo: the team list and the team chart view. These show the same information, same team, just one is displayed as a list and the other as a hierarchical org chart. The next is challenges, which are coming soon. I'll cover that in a separate video when the feature is ready. And team settings, which allow you to adjust what is shared with each member of your team. Now, on the other side, the marketing side, we have your company's list of products, which are strictly marketing. There's no team functionality to them, so we're not going to go over them in this video. We will be talking about scripts, documents, campaigns, and email templates, though. These can all be created as personal items for you, or you can share them with your team. That's the overlap between team and marketing I was talking about earlier. It's why they're grouped together in this menu. This is where you'll create all of them, whether you're loading them in just for yourself or making them for your team to use. So let's take a look at the two ways you can view your team. We're going to click on the team list to show you the team list view. You'll see that I don't have a large team. I am seeing that I have 3 directs, and then see this little arrow over here next to Amy's name right on the left? If I click it, a list will drop below that, and we'll see that Amy has a direct as well. There's also this invite button next to both of their names, or next to some of these names here, next to Melissa's name. By clicking those, I'm inviting them to connect with me in Hilo. We also have this little invite all member button up here. Think of it like a friend request on social media. The system will send them an email asking them to approve the connection. Once they accept my connect request, I'll be able to share information with them through the system. Now, Kate McKinnon has this little envelope instead of an invite button. That means she's already accepted my connection request. Now, if I wanted to see this displayed as an org chart, I would go back up to the header bar and select Team Chart from the menu, and I'm brought to this page. When you have a very large team, this can be difficult to view, which is why we have the list page, and both pages have this little search field up here that make it easier to find a specific person when you have lots of people on the page. So this just shows you a little more clearly how your organization is structured. It's very clear who my directs are and whether these consultants have been invited or accepted my connection request. Let's say someone just joined my team and I want to add them to my org and invite them to connect. This process is exactly the same on the list and team chart pages, so I'll only show it one time here on the org chart page. To add a team member, click this Create Team button, Team Member button up here in the top right corner of the page, and that brings up this simple modal window. So in this example, I'm going to say that Amy Poehler signed a consultant. So I choose Amy's name from the upline direct member dropdown because she will be this new consultant's direct. Then I enter the new consultant's first name, last name, and email address into the fields that are marked as such. And then once that's done, I click the Submit button. She's inserted into my team, and I can invite her to connect as well. Now, if she hasn't responded in a few days, I can click this again to resend the invite to her. So you see my team is coming together, and they're hilarious. Everyone's going to want to come to my parties. Now, if I click the Invite All Members button from either screen, the list or the org view, everyone who hasn't accepted the request will be resent the email invite to connect, and anyone who has never been sent an invite will be sent one. If you've already accepted my connection, like Kate has, they won't be sent another email to invite. Another way to get team members into the system is through an import. We have imports for some companies and not for others, and that's simply because we were sent standard download files from users at certain companies, and we built the import for them. If we have an import for your company, you'll know because there'll be a button in this menu bar that says something like this: Import Team from, and then the source. If there isn't an import for your company and your company allows you to download Excel or CSV files of your organization, please contact us at support@hiloipa.com and we'll see if we can set up an import file for you. So if you do have one, click it and a modal will come up with instructions on how to download the appropriate file from your back office program and upload it into Hilo. Once you've created your team, now it's time to decide what you're sharing with them. Let's go back up to the header bar under Team and Marketing again and choose Settings. Each consultant who has accepted your invite to connect and has created an account within Hilo will show up in this list. From here, you'll be able to decide whether you'd like to share documents, scripts, email templates, and campaigns with each person by clicking the corresponding checkboxes next to your team member's name. Check these boxes up here at the column headings to choose to share this type of material with all the team members. This is really helpful when you have hundreds and hundreds of members of your team. You don't want to click each individual box. Now I'll give you a general overview on sharing. We have separate videos on how to create scripts, email templates, and campaigns, and I encourage you to check all of those out. I'd go into detail on all of them here, but I don't want this to be a 40-minute video. I figure you can choose to watch more when you have time. I will show you how to share documents though, and the sharing component will be the same for all. You'll see what I mean when I get to it. So let's add a document. Let's add a document by going back up to the header bar and choosing documents from that marketing side of the Team and Marketing menu again. Now what we'd use the document section for is, well, an example would be an income statement that your company advises you to send to new recruits. You might also share whatever materials you share with prospects who want to hear more about your company or your products. So one of those materials would be the story of your company. So we're going to upload our company story and share it with our team. So on our Documents page, click Add Document, and that brings up a modal window for us to upload a document. We'll give our document a title. We'll call this one Hilo Story. And then once we're done, these buttons over here on the right are where we decide what type of document this will be. Will we share it with our team, or do we want this to be a document that only I have access to? We're going to share this one, so we'll choose the Shared button over here. And then down here, we'll click the Choose File button to find our file. That opens up our Finder window to find our file, and we'll choose Who is Hilo right here. And once I do, it gets added to the My Documents section after I click the Upload button. And it'll just take a second to load. Document uploaded successfully. Now to access the file, you can edit it by clicking here and re-upload the file if you wanted to change this, so if you're updating it. But you can click this button down here, this menu comes up, and you can click Download, and that'll open a page and show you a copy of that document. You can then copy the URL at the top, paste it in an email, and that way you can send that to people in your messaging. Now these buttons up here, now what is shared, this is a source of confusion, so I want to make this clear here. If you shared the document that you created, it will say shared under the title here. That document will not show up in this shared filter because this is not a filter for the documents you've shared. This filter shows the documents that have been shared with you by your downline. So I hope that's clear. So as I said before, scripts, templates, and campaigns are a bit more involved, so there are separate videos on how to create all of that material on our YouTube page. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Just search Hilo IPA from the YouTube search bar on the YouTube page and click subscribe. That way you get notified whenever we add videos like this to the page, which we do all the time. All right, that's it for this video. We'll catch you next time.